How do I know if I'm ready for therapy? I want to start by pushing back a little bit on something that's built into this question, some assumptions that are usually unhelpful. The idea of being ready for therapy assumes there's a threshold you need to reach first, some level of struggle or degree of certainty with your readiness, or maybe like a critical rock bottom experience that you have to go through before you've earned the right to ask for help. That assumption, however it operates within someone, unfortunately keeps a lot of people away from the exact kind of support they could genuinely use for a lot longer than necessary. Hi, I'm Dan. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist with a PhD in couple and family therapy. And here's what I've learned about therapy readiness after 17 plus years of doing this work. Readiness is not the prerequisite for therapy. Your willingness is. And those are not the same thing. Willingness is enough to start the process. You don't have to feel ready. Some people never really do. You don't have to have clarity about what exactly your goals are. You don't have to be at your worst, with therapy as a desperate last resort to get your life back on track. You simply have to be willing to show up and then see what happens. That's it. That's all you need. I've sat with people who came in highly prepared, goals clear, books read, videos, maybe even like this one, watched. And the preparation itself sometimes made the work harder because it came with this control that made genuine openness difficult. It sometimes required us to unwind some unhelpful assumptions before we could figure out together more helpful ways of being that uniquely fit them. I've also sat with people who came in reluctant, skeptical, barely willing to share anything with me at first. And that's normal. And some of them, after some time even, ended up doing some of the best, most transformative work that I've had the privilege of witnessing. So, even a reluctant willingness to try can be enough. With that said, there are sometimes genuine indicators worth paying attention to of when therapy might be the right spot for you. For example, if the same problem keeps following you across different situations, different job, same frustration, different relationship, same pattern. When a problem travels with you, it's usually not about the circumstances. Maybe you're handling it, but just barely. You're showing up, taking care of the kids, doing all the things, maintaining the appearance that everything is just fine. But that effort that it requires is exhausting in a way that doesn't feel sustainable. Or another example, your coping strategies are getting less effective. Whatever you've been using to manage, maybe staying really busy, maybe it's that drink at the end of a hard day, or just white knuckling and pushing through whatever it is you're going through. It's either losing its effectiveness or starting to take back more than it gives, becoming the problem itself. Or maybe you keep having the same conversation with an important person in your life over and over again, and nothing is changing, nothing's moving. You don't know what to do. This may be a signal that this conversation needs a different process and some support to help navigate it. Or maybe something really, really hard happened to you, maybe recently, perhaps in your past, and you haven't really processed it yet. You've kept moving, you've been living your life, and you tell yourself, oh, I've already dealt with that trauma. I'm good. But like a zombie, the thing just won't go away. The pain from your past keeps coming back to life, often in the worst possible moments. Now, a lot of people on the fence about therapy might say, I know I have some things I could use help with, but it's not that bad. I'll be okay. This is you. That's totally normal and a really common thing. And this perspective actually tends to come from exactly the kind of person who would most benefit from therapy. High functioning, conscientious, aware enough to wonder and be curious about their lives. The feeling that their own struggles aren't serious enough and that therapy is for people who are really struggling and not for them because they're just maybe a little off. The threshold for therapy isn't a crisis. It's caring about your own well-being enough to invest in it. And honestly, the most productive work I've seen often happens with people who aren't in crisis because they have enough stability to actually engage with what the work requires. Some people might say, Dan, I should just handle this myself. One of the most unhelpful words in the English language. Who is telling you this anyway? Is this should yours, or is it coming from your idea of society's or others' expectations of you? There's no award for managing your emotional life entirely without support on your own. Humans are relational beings. We are literally created to be in relationship. We're wired to process difficulties that we go through, not just within our own minds, but between and with others. When our struggles and stories have a real human witness to them, the pain and difficulty loses its power. And therapy is exactly the type of relationship that offers this to anyone who is willing to give it a try. Reaching out, making that call, going to therapy is not weakness. It's actually one of the best, most proven ways to feel stronger and more engaged and joyful in your day-to-day life. And it's for people like you who are taking seriously the kind of person you are today and who you want to become in the future. So, if you're asking yourself whether you're ready for therapy, if you found yourself watching this video, then maybe that's a good sign and an answer to your question that you're probably ready. You don't have to have it figured out to start. You just have to start. Share this with someone who's on the fence. It may be the little nudge they need to make that call. Thanks for watching.